Hey everyone, we're back in another video on the coronavirus, and what I found today was fairly interesting. That's why I wanted to make a video and share it with you guys. This guy is about 25 years old, and I've been saying, hey, especially from some of the other videos that other people have posted that have coronavirus, right? So what happened was that somebody posted, it was like pretty much a cough or a mild symptom. They couldn't even like figure it out, right? And obviously, that doesn't really say a lot about the condition and why you would have or would not have coronavirus. But this person is 25 years old, right? And he's pretty much like a pretty fit kind of person, right? And what happened was he went down to Miami, Florida in early March, right? Even though pretty much, well, I guess the not the lockdown, but the recommendation of the self-isolation hasn't been in effect. But anyways, he went down there and he went out partying down there. And, I guess what happened was he got the coronavirus, right? So here is what happens. He basically says at that point, they were only asking if he was in China or Italy in the last 14 days, right? So that's what they did at the airport. And, he looks like he's a pretty fit guy. He's working out and everything. And I just wanted to go over his experience that he posted, how it felt, right? Because I didn't really know what it felt like, because people are saying, hey, it's like the flu or it's like the cold. Like, I don't even know. I mean, does that mean somebody's coughing? They have coronavirus? But anyways, so here is what he said. And let me just try to find the symptoms. I think it's around here. All right, so anyways, I found it. It was actually upwards. So anyways, it says that I was talking about the airport, right? So they weren't doing any sort of medical check, which is like, you're not, if they're just asking you if you've been to China or Italy, that isn't really a medical check, right? So who knows who has the coronavirus? And you can be of any descendant and still get the coronavirus, right? So anyways, so here is what he says. The next evening on March 12th, the virus hit him full force. What happened was that the minute he woke up, and here it is, he was drenched in a pool of sweat. So if you get something like that, like, you're sweating a lot and shaking. So he was shaking and he was cold. So, I guess that's a sign of a fever. I actually never had a fever. I haven't had a fever for a very long time. I think the last time I had a fever was when I was like 10. So, I never had this situation happen to me a lot. So there you go. There's something that you can, kind of figure out if you, have the coronavirus or not. And his head was pounding. It was something he'd never experienced before. That's what he says. And, it was the most incredible pain I've ever experienced. It felt like my body had been flattened. I mean, when you're sick, I guess that these can happen, but I don't know. I guess it's pretty much like this, right? I don't know. I mean, some of them might be very mild, but let me just go down a bit, because he says that his friend didn't feel anything. Anyway, still, he couldn't stomach a slice of toast or hold himself up in the shower. So it's that bad for a guy that works out a lot and everything, right? I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it hit full force depending on person and their body, right? Just because you work out a lot doesn't mean you're in good shape or anything. But anyways, all right. So anyways, it talks about how he struggled to breathe as he slept. And I guess that's why some of the people are dying, the older folks, because they can't breathe. I think that is the key point there. And of course, to some people that are over, I don't know, I mean, that have, like, I don't know, I guess immune systems that are not so good, or their body's not in better shape or something like that. But anyways, so the next morning, he was reading the news, I guess, and he figured that the guest there had tested positive for COVID-19. And let me go down. So he realized at that point he needed to do something. I guess he went to the hospital, and that was in Toronto General Hospital. He was in the waiting area for 25 minutes. All right, so it says the final swab for COVID-19 was incredibly painful swab. They stuck far up one of your nostrils. So it's no wonder I've seen in the Korea kind of thing, right? What happened was they were sticking something up people's nose as they were driving by. And, you know, it goes back to here. He did go back to his apartment. And in less than 24 hours, he was called back by the hospital, and that he had COVID-19, which is the coronavirus. So anyways, he's saying that there's no one to blame. He put himself in that situation knowing his risks and stuff like that. Let's go down a bit. All right, nothing there. All right, so anyways, I couldn't find it. What happened was that I thought that he said that his friend, you know, didn't have any symptoms. But anyways, it says that while COVID-19 can manifest differently in different people. So basically, you know, he pretty much, I don't know if that is the full-on effect, but pretty much if you feel something like that, you should definitely go to a hospital, right? So anyway, some people have reported much milder symptoms than him. And, you know, this is probably just surprisingly, you know, he looks like he works out a lot, and you know, that is pretty bad if he's struggling to breathe, right? But anyways, I just wanted to make a video and share with you guys the story and what it's like to have COVID-19. I know I actually showed another video of some, you know, women talking about how it felt like they pretty much had a cough, and that's pretty much it, right? And a fever. Well, fever, definitely. If you have a fever and you just have a cough, well, if you just have a cough, then it might not be it, but if you have a fever, you should definitely check it out. But anyways, just wanted to show you guys that COVID-19 and what he talked about it. So even if you're fit and you're young and stuff like that, you still have to worry a bit. I mean, well, I guess like he's 25, so you know, there's that. So it's not like he's gonna die, but you still get a very, very painful experience. And, you know, I just want to warn people and, you know, help you guys out just in case, like, you know, you might infect other people, right? Because he lives alone, so which is fine, right? He didn't really worry about infecting his parents or anything. But, you know, you guys just got to be careful. These things, or the coronavirus is actually very, very serious, and it comes out differently in different people. I mean, this guy was drenched in sweat, and you know, he was cold and shaking and everything. So, you know, I had that experience once when I was very young, and I wouldn't want that experience again. Anyways, hopefully this guy's story has shed some light on what it feels like to have COVID-19. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'm going to make another video on, you know, how you could avoid it or try to avoid it. You know, even if there's a 1% chance, it's better than 0% chance, right? All right, so that's it for now. We'll be back in the next video.